It is Friday night, time for night courts. On the docket, the case of a homeowners association telling one family its Virgin Mary statue in its yard gotta go. It violates the rules. Well, homeowner Joseph Simona calls it religious discrimination. So now, night court is in session with former Baltimore prosecutor Debbie Hines and criminal defense attorney Bob Bianchi. Welcome to you both.
Hi, Shannon.
Okay, we start here with Exhibit A, and Bob, I want to get you to respond to this. The homeowner says he got this letter June 27th that said this: the governing documents were established to provide all co-owners with a community that provides a safe environment for all, maintains property values to their maximum, is visually appealing and unbiased in its treatment of co-owners while respectful of individual differences. They say he's got to get permission for those statues, and he never did, Bob.
Yeah, well, that's exactly what they're not doing. And Shannon, here's what's interesting, and this is why the homeowners are going to lose this case. In 2005, they went after the same family for having a nativity up there. There was a backlash about it, and they actually apologized later and said, no, you can keep it up there. That's in violation of their very own rule. In 2009, the very statute of Mother Mary that they're complaining about now, they complained about then. And then they didn't take it down, and they did nothing about it. And here we are in 2019, I estimated 5,840 days since they've had that Virgin Mary statue up there, and now they come back again and they say, now we want you to take it down, where they don't ask any of the other homeowners to take down other stuff. So all this guy needs is a camera and the rule book to say these rules aren't followed, and they're only doing it against me because they don't like the expression of the Virgin Mary, as opposed to it really being something they're concerned about with regard to the well-being of the community. They lose because they don't follow their own rules.
Well, Debbie, the homeowner in our Exhibit B, Joseph Simona, these are some of the quotes that he's made. He says, there is no doubt in my mind that this is an attack on our religion. He says, we're just looking to let people know that no matter what your faith is, whether it's Catholicism, Islam, Judaism, don't let anyone to tell you that you have to back down from that. He says his parents came to the U.S. from Iraq. They suffered religious persecution because of Catholicism there in Iraq. And he says he's going to keep fighting because he thinks it's a free country, and they're trying to take down his statues because of religious discrimination.
Well, Shannon, he's right about this is a free country, but the fact of the matter is he's in violation of the homeowners association regulations. And the fact that in the past that the homeowner association has looked the other way and what's called waived it in the past doesn't mean they have to waive it going forward. As a matter of fact, in most contracts, it pretty much says that just because we've looked the other way or waived an issue in the past does not mean we're going to do that going forward. So we got legitimately the letter in June which says you need to seek permission to do it. The fact of the matter that it hadn't been done in the past really doesn't matter, and he's not being singled out any more so than a police officer stops one of the speeders on a highway and doesn't stop the other ones. That argument doesn't ever get anywhere.
Okay, so I want to direct us to Exhibit C because this is the bylaw in question, Bob, that's gotten him in trouble. It says no lawn statues, ornaments, or outdoor art shall be placed on any lot without prior approval, which may be withheld for purely aesthetic reasons. Sounds like they have a lot of room to play around with this there.
First of all, it's so broad, Shannon, it's unbelievable. But listen to what they're saying in that. They're saying the only way they can withhold that permission is for aesthetic reasons. So essentially this Virgin Mary statue, which is very tiny, that's on his lawn, it's very tastefully placed there, they're basically saying by giving him this notice that there's something aesthetically unpleasing about it. And the fact is, and the facts of this case are, there are many other homeowners that have things on their lawn that quote-unquote violate that policy, and none of them got notices. Very interesting, because in this country, let's face it, Catholicism has always been under attack, and I think that that's essentially what they're going to say, and I disagree with my colleague respectfully, because there is a doctrine called laches, which says that if you don't execute on a law in a particular period of time, a court can say you've waived that law. So they've never used it before, and now they're deciding to do it. I think is a problem for the association.
All right, quick final argument to you, Debbie, and the latches thing, I had flashbacks to the bar exam, but it's a real thing. So what about the fact that they haven't enforced this? He says it's been there for 16 years.
I think that each and every violation is a new violation. So they're not going after what happened 12, 16, 15 years ago, but they're going forward with what happened in June. Once the homeowner was given the letter basically telling them, we need you to seek permission in order to go forward. So from June to now, that is what they're going forward on. And there is no latches, there is no statute of limitation. And as far as the aesthetic argument, beauty is in the eye of the beholder. So I think the homeowner has a difficult argument, has a difficult case to go up against the association in that regard.
Well, we will now take this from Debbie and Bob, our arguments, our legal eagles tonight, and put it to the jury at home. Thank you both very much.
Thank you.
Let us know what you think at Shannon Bream or at Fox News Night. Use the hashtag #NightCourts on how you would vote. When we come back, an important tribute to our Vietnam veterans.